from Alliance. They're banning out carries because the things that you're describing don't give Liquid a clean win condition against a potential anti-mage. So they identify the weaknesses of an anti-mage pick, ban out those carries, and now it forces Liquid's hand. This Leshrac has to be mid. They need to pick up the carry to win the game. Like, they need to go for some like Ursa or something. Is Ursa banned? Nope.
You could Ursa.
They need something just to.
Ursa and the Beastmaster is unplayable.
No, that's true. That's a good point.
It's
Yeah,
Meepo, folks. I actually think they might have to Meepo. But I don't know if they play it.
And a shaker?
Wait,
it's a 5 shaker.
All right, we both have 2 bad suggestions. Now let's go for the actual pick. The Brood.
Even,
That was the third one. Yeah,
it had to be something extra Gorgonzola-y, because this was not a game you were just going to win if you played it straight up.
How well does Beastmaster do against Brood nowadays? I know it used to do 5
not
axes,
as good, because
but...
it's I believe you still kill them in 2 axes, 2 rounds.
Guys, isn't also Anti-Mage pretty good against Brood? Am I wrong?
No.
The whole idea right now, Liquid, if you think about their timings, it's laning phase, they survive into mid-game dominance, and then they eventually do fall off. Alliance, on the other hand, they have decent lanes, they fall off in the mid-game when Anti-Mage isn't a hero, and then they are destructive in the late game. So it's that window that Brood really brings out, but...
I kind of feel like Alliance had Team Liquid backed into a corner, and that's what they came up with, but I do feel like they're outdrafted. But let's hear from Brian first.
I agree. I think going into that last pick, Alliance was crushing this draft, and I think Liquid had to do something nuts and Brood into Beastmaster, Earthshaker. That's kind of nuts, but it's basically if Koitfa dies once or twice in the first 15 minutes of the game, they have no chance. But if he can snowball, then Liquid will take it, but I'm going with Alliance.
All right.
Yep. I was leaning Meepo because I think that would have given them more fortitude as the game progressed. But in this case, suddenly you're in this awkward spot where you need all of your cores to go off. Your Broodmother has to shrink the map immediately. If you get this like Orchid timing, but AM keeps up with you and eventually has Manta before you've like kind of closed out on tier 2s, the game gets really hard. You need Koifa to have like 4K, 5K gold advantage at like 25 minutes or so.
I'd say earlier. They, like Anti-Mage at that point, the way that Nico Baby's able to find farm on the map, like at that point where he'll have like Battle Fury +1 and he's pressuring you when you're looking at high ground. Like high ground siege from Liquid right now, it's Leshrac v the world. Brood doesn't really offer much, especially when Beastmaster's backed up. So it's the early window they have to look for.
Yeah. Quick reminder also before we head into the game with our commentary. If Alliance win this, they guarantee themselves group stages for the major, and then if Liquid loses, they have to really hope that OG is losing tomorrow as well to force out a tiebreaker. Otherwise, there's no major for them. So a lot on the line. Let's see how this is going to play out together with OD Pixel.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. Yes, game 2 of Alliance versus Liquid. And Fogged, I mean, for you, look at these 2 drafts. Which last pick sort of blows your way more here? You're more impressed by this anti-mage finisher or just the Brood finisher? Sort of look the stronger ones.
Love the anti-mage pick, and I hate saying that so much. It hurts my soul to even say it, but it looks good. It looks really good versus Leshen Puck and versus like Oracle and stuff like that. Great ways to get info, and it really is like all magic damage besides Broodmother when you just look at it. So your counter spell, your magic resistance is going to be super effective in the later stages. And not only just that, I love the way they rounded it up. I like the way that they had the other 4 heroes with it and how they rounded it up. Because Beastmaster, Death Prophet, Earthshaker, Furion, they're very strong 4 independent heroes. Anti-Mage is going to get a lot of space from the pressure they should apply. Liquid, I think they're going to have to start some really crazy havoc early on in the game and just really put tons of pressure on. Hopefully this Broodmother is able to snowball the game, because I think if it gets to the point, you know, if they're not really just taking over, Brood can just get hunted super easily. There's a Nature's Prophet, there's a Beastmaster, there's a lot of vision things, a lot of control too for Koifa. A lot of things I feel like Liquid needs to do very right in this game in order to not fall significantly far behind very fast.
I mean, I think, you know, the panel sort of said it right. If this Broodmother isn't sort of shooting ahead from the start and getting that early advantage, the game's going to feel pretty rough for Liquid.
Yeah, and I gotta be honest, I don't know how this matchup is anymore. I feel like Death Prophet does excellent in this. I don't see how Broodmother's gonna be able to take advantage versus a Death Prophet. DP just hits you, and you have incredible damage, incredible move speed. You're never gonna get chased down or anything. You're gonna have clear, even though the spiders have some resistance. You have ways to just hit them and kill them, so I don't think this is gonna be too easy for Koifa. And I think they actually might have just dodged the lane. He's actually moving, and they're sending Puck mid.
I mean, that never feels good, right, having to play the Brood on a side lane.
Oh, that feels... Honestly, that feels pretty disastrous, I'll be real. I've not seen a safe lane Brood in years. Maybe ever.
I mean, this is...
I'm trying to think about a competitive game where I've seen a safe lane Brood force. And I don't think I have ever, actually.
Oh, well. Well, we'll see. I mean, if Liquid can pull this off, it really is going to be quite something. Because so far, the draft, the lane setup, this couldn't really be much harder for Liquid this game too.
No, definitely agree. And they also get, like, they put S4 in the safe lane, so they're going to ensure that the Beastmaster gets experience on the side of Alliance, and Nico Baby up in the top lane, but it's a safe top lane because he's got the backup of an Earthshaker, and Liquid's heroes just don't really punish an AM too much early on. There's going to be some weird laning phase.
I mean, and it's just, you know, as we talked about now, how important it is for Quakefor to have a game as the Brood, to have that incredible acceleration of farm. When you're in the side lane, right, you just don't have the access to the resources like you do in mid to be able to pop off that early.
No, you need to get this like full solo experience going for yourself, and yeah, there's just a lot of problems for it. On bottom, they will be able to at least set up with this aggro tri-lane. They will surprise S4, get Mickey off to a start.
Lesson is his last.
Dire's courier.
Yeah, I gotta say, Nico Baby blinks forward and kills Quakefor's courier, and Quakefor's just getting right-clicked by Treants. As we did see that stat come up, FNG 100% win rate with the Nature's Prophet with his team right now. He's taking a lot of tower hits. Okay, he's all right. And Limp is destroying the mid matchup, 9-9, the 4-1 of the puck already.
Oh boy. I mean, there was obviously a little bit of time where they had to make the switch around, but even after that, yeah, it's been Limp, not holding back at all there. Coming in very strong on the mid.
Oh boy, they have to get like, honestly, I'm watching bottom. They need to just kill this Beastmaster like 5 times in order for Mickey to be enabled enough to somehow take this, be able to enable enough to somehow go to fight versus this lineup. This is looking good already for Liquid.
Limp knows it.
Yeah,
Looking good for Liquid. I think you mean Alliance.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think Alliance knows it. Like Limp is just destroying matchup. Nico Baby's free farming. S4's not getting much, but that's fine. It's a Beastmaster who's getting levels. Oh boy. Yeah, Liquid's in trouble.
I mean, do you sort of think draft-wise the necessity was there to have to go for something as crazy as the last pick Brood? Was there really nothing else that Liquid could have made work here because of how much this anti-mage pick has shaken up their plans and countered a lot of their lineup?
The AM pick was so good against everything they had, and everything was banned on. Like Troll was banned, PA was banned, all the late game heroes that you want to run versus an anti-mage to outscale him in any way were just banned. Mid, they're gonna go for a kill onto Limp here. Try again.
But Boxy,
kick under.
Right, they've got him under the tower. But Limp, is he going to be able to get it? No, Boxy. With a phase shift in the orb, he's able to live. Tiger coming in big there to redeem him in that mid lane and give Boxy a chance to have some space here. As that matchup was getting rather out of hand, he needed that.
They have to cause absolute chaos. As Nico Baby, he'll leave the top lane. He'll actually come toward mid, and this it's kind of looking like a pub game with the way people are swapping around all over the place.
Oh my goodness.
Boxy mid.
Fisher comes in mid. FNG's trying for the kill. He's not going to get it. Boxy, he's able to live.
And now they've sent the AM mid because he's going to be versus the under-leveled, under-farmed puck, and they sent the Death Prophet into the matchup versus the Broodmother because Quakefor was getting.
And they kill S4 again, bottom.
Another one on S4. Okay, Liquid causing a lot of havoc and a lot of chaos, which is forcing a lot of rotations from Alliance, and it's going well for them. 3 kills here at the start. I mean, I'm saying it's going well. At least they're getting the kills. Doesn't feel great because AM's getting so much.
$25 CS so far. Mid lane Boxy, he's still struggling to get CS at all really here. We're gonna see it on the replay, that kill on S4 down bottom. The one place where Liquid really have managed to pull their efforts together to get reliable kills. Hog?
Earth's bounty.
Hello?
Oh, you're there.
I think I cut out for a second.
Yeah,
I was getting some lag. My bad. It was on my end.
Back on. Well, yeah.
So yeah, still slowing down S4 and Mickey, he's being enabled. This is honestly better than I thought it was going to be for Liquid here off the start. They're even putting some pressure onto Nico Baby too. He's almost dead.
Oh, he might just go down, Boxy. He's in and he's got him. Oh. All right, Boxy, he's certainly making up for the missed CS in this lane. Bottom lane, S4's going to go down again.
Okay. And now the TP in front of the exorcism, Mickey will get away. And now they're going to throw tips out back onto Lip. All right.
going on
Hey,
here?
Liquid.
Wait, what even was that? Just FNG
Radiant's
right click?
top tower is
I
under
think it was,
attack.
yeah. And Koikva's getting all the Koikva's actually getting so much
He's getting all the
this.
farm.
The safe
All
lane
right.
route working. He's taking the tower.
I mean, this is impressive. I think, you know, so far Liquid,
Radiant's top tower is
they're
under
bringing it.
attack.
They're getting farm on their heroes. This bottom lane, Leshrac at the top of the net worth.
The tower's at top. Now Koikva's gonna be able to move in and swing, maybe
Radiant's
to
top
farm the
tower
enemy
has
triangle,
fallen.
farm the enemy ancient and all this. Okay. This is actually working out pretty decent now. They get the kill on Nico Baby. That really slows him down. It's gone for Vanguard, so that will slow down his progress towards the Battle Fury too.
It does mean he's a tough kill though, right? Or that Vanguard.
Yeah.
As
S4?
they're going to be able to get in on him. Tiger, the setup, and they got enough damage though. No, not quite. Backup's coming in, so this time round they won't be able to dive to finish him off.
I think Nico Baby just
Radiant's
Vanguard because he
top
was having
tower
such a
is
good
under
start
attack.
top that he was just like, okay, I actually can
Radiant's
tank up
structures
versus
are
most of the
fortified.
damage and I'll just survive. Like, he just has to live through the coils, live through the silences, so he does want to be a little bit more durable. And maybe he wants to show up early to some fights because Mana Void versus Leshrac, maybe some motivation coming
Some
up.
guy just screaming at them, and they're like, ah, and they're doing it. The chaos is working here from Liquid.
And looking at mid, Boxy just keeps poking Nico Baby nonstop. Even though he has Vanguard, he's hitting him. They're trying to keep him at a low margin so that he has to actually be a little scared in mid. He's got
Radiant's
2 points in
bottom
counterspell,
tower
so he
is
has more
under attack.
magic resist. But he does have to be careful. You know, a coil, and they kick break the coil. They have some follow-up silences. They have some decent ways to actually kill this AM. 2k advantage somehow for Liquid now.
They're doing it.
They're doing it.
This is some wild stuff here from Liquid, but it so far it's working. Of course, it
Radiant's
doesn't
bottom
change the
tower is
fact
under
that
attack.
this anti-mage still has a very, very nice game ahead of him if Nico Baby doesn't trip up too much. And so far, only the one death.
Radiant's
He's still being able to
bottom
farm
tower is under
reliably.
attack.
It's really impressive how well Koikva's done. He's going to have Diffusal at a very early time, and all these heroes just die to Broodmother. That is the one
That's
thing that
true.
can come out. Earthshaker's going to be annoying when he gets 6, but
Radiant's
the rest of them can just get ran
bottom
down
tower
just by one hero.
Sure, if Liquid's going to be able to do it in a game where it seems that, you know, Alliance, they have the draft advantage with their carry, this is definitely the way they want to start things off. And all their heroes, slight lead at the moment. Again, Mickey's Lesh going to be incredibly strong with this sort of start. And you know, if he can get far enough ahead, there are items he can buy to deal with the power an anti-mage has against him.
And he has the backup of an Oracle always too. That's the thing. So it's like, okay, FNG breaks the coil.
And they're all coming out. And silence out for the two of them. S4 is getting low though. Mickey, is he able to take down another? The fish is out. S4 will fall. And Mickey goes down in return. As Alliance, they're able to hit back, get two in return. Insania, he's out just in time. Nico Baby not quite in range to find the mana
under
for it.
attack.
We still see Mickey able to dish out an insane amount of damage whenever he does get into them. Boxy, however, does get quickly brought down just from Limp. Doesn't get much spells off. Koikva, yeah, he's nearly got his Diffusal done. So he can look to join into these fights, and he's going to be pretty scary. The fact that he's level 9 is really impressive. Like, it's pretty much the mid-brood. He's gotten the exact same timings.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, he absolutely has. And in a lane
And
where you know, he could have been shut down, but he's played it well. You know,
Yeah,
to the point where, I mean, he's played so much Brood. I'm sure he's had many a game where he has been forced to, you know, play it in the side lane, and he's shown he knows how it's done just as well as he does it in the mid. And he's over towards the river. Liquid call themselves an Earthshaker. Hands getting taken down yet again at the same time up top. Koikva's going for action. He's onto S4. He's going to be able to run him down alone. Goes for the TP out. They've got nothing to stop it.
And he's out.
Koikva.
That's pre-Diffusal Blade. He's able to get a kill onto the Beastmaster. That is huge. S4, who is already having a really rough game, 1 in 5. Only at the pick 1. He walks into his death.
Go, baby. He drops the mana point. He's not enough damage. And now with the coil box, he's able to set up for the kill. Okay. And the gang here dropping TPs against Nico, baby. As, I mean, Liquid there. I think they feel they've got to be a fair few smiles on their faces, I'm sure. it's a crazy opening from them, but it's working. They're 3K up. It's 10-2 here at 10 minutes in.
Taiga's got a veil.
Straight towards
Very
mid.
effective veil.
He's got the setup. He's in with the stance onto the two of them. FNG's going to get taken out by Poikfa. Liquid just making constant moves across the map. And I don't think Alliance were prepared for this. I mean, how do you prepare for this from Liquid?
They just have to be much more wary of where the puck is in pretty much every situation. Him and Taiga are just doing way too much work. Taiga has the veil, so all this damage that they have, all this insane magic damage that Liquid has is just all amped up, and now they're sandwiching on mid.
He's got the exorcism ready to go, but he still feels very vulnerable at this stage. Got any real item to protect himself. Liquid, they're setting up. They've got the Yours coming to start. Will come out to break the follow-up. S4, he's looking for a target. He's in on the Mickey, but the false promise comes out. Mickey's able to live. They'll drop the raw down to Mickey. Not too much damage. He's being kicked out by this left track. Hanskin will drop the Echo, but he falls for it. It is enough damage to at least get the Lesh in return on the back line.
Let's isolate.
Find another, but now Lim's left alone. The coil's down upon him. Liquid. They'll turn towards the Death Prophet. They're going to be able to find themselves a third. It's a triple kill for Quaker, and he might not even be done yet. He's over to FNG. The cancels there from Tiger. He rolls in. Sets on the Prophet. It's an ultra kill for Quaker at 12 minutes in. The safe flame brood being played to at a level that I don't think we've ever seen a safe flame brood be played at before. 6 kills at 12 minutes here.
Liquid have broken the game. Just these last 12 minutes have been pure and utter chaos. Alliance don't know how to react to it, and they've gotten 3 towers. 3 tier 1s already dead with this draft versus an AM. Now it's how do you react versus this as Alliance? Is this Brood is just going to walk from lane to lane with the support of Taiga behind him? They'll kill anybody. How quick things have just really changed after this quick little lane swaps from a Liquid and just benefited them so hard. And this triangle is just constantly being farmed. So Alliance, they're always under pressure whenever they do go near this area. FNG's going to port over. He finds a surprise.
He does. As Tiger, he kicks him straight up to the high ground. Quaker, he's got the spiders in. He's ready to pick up another kill. And they just don't stop. The spider proving to be just a little too spoopy here for Alliance.
And now Alliance, they have to play the actual game that what an AM Nature's Prophet is meant to play like. Gotta go for the rat, gotta go for the split up until you do get those effective timings, as Liquid has sufficiently destroyed this early game with this Brood and this Lesh. And even though Mickey does die, in most of these situations, the false promise does its work. He gets his damage out before he does die. And now clearing some stacks, he's gonna have bots enabled too. S4, he still only has book 1. Man, this is just really fun stuff that we're going to see here from Liquid.
Dire's middle tower.
As Boxy, he's got a full Spirit Vessel on the puck now too. So versus that Death Prophet, it's going to be really effective. No Yule still finished up for Limp either. And look, they're surrounding. They know how strong they are right now. They're looking to apply that pressure.
Well, let's see if they can catch Hanskin. Fisher off Mickey. He's going to turn towards the summons. They'll roll over towards S4. They're looking for the kill on the Beastmaster, dropping down the coil. They've got him. S4 down yet again.
And they kill his book. They kill both of the boars as well. So more gold for Mickey as they swing over. And Koikfa he's putting on this pressure too, this invisible pressure where he's just in the tree lines. The supports don't address him. The cores don't address him. Like with 7k gold lead already.
17-4. Just the 14-minute mark. Eco Baby still scrambling for that Battle Fury.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The bottom tower is going to start dying too. They have 4 points in Edict already. They've got the whole team surrounding. And Koikfa, he can swing around and deal with the side lanes. Alliance, now the choice is, what do you want to do? Do you want to try to set up for bottom, or do you just push your tower, this tower top? Setting up bottom might just be suicide. Taiga already setting up top for the side of Liquid, looking for the anti-mage.
Thank you, my beauties.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
You've got to be careful around this spider's territory.
A tithe to the impurities.
They have great ward coverage here that was not dewarded from the side of Alliance. This ward's been there almost half its duration. Alliance just walked right through it. Liquid is completely aware of this move. Taiga just sitting under the tower. Be surprised if he shows himself though. He did see them walking up here.
See jumping in from S4 as he tries to commit with the Roar, but he's just going to die for this. They just run him down with the Vestal and the magical damage over to the side. They've got the Dream Coil out onto the two of them. Insania getting a little low, but even as it is, Liquid, they're not losing anyone. Even with Alliance popping the ultimates, Roar, Exorcism being used, but Liquid, they're still fine to fight.
Alliance has to bail completely. Exorcism's used. They can't actually go for this.
Under attack.
Nickel Baby will get at least the time to be able to farm because of that pressure that they've applied, but they do lose S4. They lose his minions again. Koikfa farming up a storm. He's pretty much got BKB done with that defusal.
It's quick.
It's very quick.
Very fast stuff here from Koikfa. Of course, at the moment, our internet not quite the same speed as Koikfa's farm rate. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We are having some slight issues here, so hopefully you can hear me over the current PowerPoint presentation that you're witnessing. But you know, make sure to take notes of each slide, as there will be a test after. And hopefully soon we'll be able to fix the network problems we are. Hold on with us.
God.
And hopefully you can still hear us. You'll be fine. It's not you, Bob. I mean, it might be you. Maybe you connected us and gave us some sort of virus on the old net.
Oh, Nico Baby.
I don't know what you've been downloaded. As Mickey. He's in onto Nico Baby. Nico, I mean, this is the thing, right? Nico Baby is quite a tough kill. Unless they can keep him chased them like this. Okay, he's not tough at all. They've got him perfectly locked down there, Tiger and Mickey. Tips are out. I mean, Liquid, they're feeling themselves here now. But it's 19-4. Being able to kill the anti-mage. Now, this is pretty much at this stage, right, the one hero that, if Alliance are able to get space for Nico Baby and he is able to free farm, he's still going to be that incredibly strong hero against Liquid's lineup. But if they're able to shut him down and find him like this, it's just not going to get to that point where he's any sort of terror to them.
No, he needs at least another 15 minutes before he's able to fight because of this lineup. And Liquid, they have all the tools to actually hunt him with this Earth Spirit, with this Puck, with this Lash, super mobile heroes, and even with even with Koikfa. If Koikfa he blinks into the wrong spot, Koikfa will kill him too. It's not easy at this point for Nico Baby. And like we were saying earlier, it's really just Alliance has to go full split push because of how devastating everything happened. But it's 4-19.
Wow.
Things have super crumbled for them. Insania setting up bottom just in case they try to make anything happen onto Mickey. And Mickey is going to be going for that build as we kind of expected him to go for. That Bloodstone really effective with the Oracle. And they're going to have this crazy timing where they can just force the hand from Alliance. I don't know how Alliance fights into all this. They do have Blink Shaker.
He's having a bit of a poker Roshan. He gets the roll in. The roll's going to be laid down, but Koikfa with the BKB heads straight over towards Nico Baby. Nico Baby isn't able to jump high top. He can't get away. Mickey, he lands the stun. He locks him down. They're taking out Nico Baby. They're taking down his four. By the looks of it, they're going to be able to find Limp as well. He's so low. As Boxy's able to burst down the Death Prophet as well. 3 cores dead on Alliance. Liquid just continuing to roll over them here with this crazy play.
And that same ward is still there. It's got 5 seconds left on it. A full duration ward in the enemy triangle. Taiga, he gets the good initiation, controls the Earthshaker, stops the blink potential. And look at Koikfa how he plays the Brood. He sent the Spiderlings all the way to the right side in case an Echo Slam even does come. Very prepared Liquid, an excellent fight. 3-man coil. Everything going perfect this team for them.
I mean, what do you think sort of Alliance are saying to themselves at this moment? I mean, how would you go about discussing how to hold on in this game and to and turn it around? Because so far it really is Liquid just completely in charge, and I think Alliance probably just caught a bit off guard by this draft and the way Liquid's executing.
I think you're just gonna have to start blowing Echo Slams on single heroes. Like anyone that you see that's split up, you have to just start going for like multi ults onto them to just start to catch up. Because if you do make it to later stages, you can still see how Nico Baby is very strong versus this draft. But they have to make it there, and it's starting to get out of control completely. He's got no space to farm on the map. I mean, so I feel like they really need to start
every single time. They're straight down. Nico Baby's into the trees. Mickey trying to find him. Nico Baby's got no DP for 30 seconds. With the setup's there. Boxy, he's in with the coil. They're going to catch him yet again. They're dealing with this anti-mage every time he tries to come out on the map. So a few times back to back where Nico Baby just can't get the space to farm. They're continuing to shut him down as Mickey and Koikfa, you know, they're 4K, nearly 5K ahead of the anti-mage's farm this game. And that sort of difference is a difference where this Lash, he's not going to care at all about the anti-mage in these fights. He is of no threat whatsoever right now.
Dire's
No, he's way too
structures are
tanky at this point, and they're just too far ahead. It really is just Alliance has to try to buy time and try to put pressure somewhere. Like, they're all just getting ran at.
He gets another setup. He's straight in onto S4, kicks him back. Lip does come in with the TP. Bo3 jumps forward, starts onto S4, but Tiger will get taken out here. Underneath the tower, S4 and Limp able to finish him off. Bottom lane, Hansken jumping in with the Echo Slam, dropping everything down here onto Mickey. They get the job done. Meeting over towards Instania as well, was not able to get off any sort of saves in time. Alliance finally able to find some sort of punchback against the speed that Liquid's playing against them with.
Consider
thyself
purified.
I think that's exactly how you have to do it. They're very fortunate that they had a ward on the high ground too. They saw the Oracle. So Hansken, he echoes, lines up the fissure nicely, catches the Oracle with it too. But I think this is how they have to start playing this, is just throw ultimates onto single heroes. Anyone you see on the side of Liquid, you have to just start killing them or just start forcing reactions so that Nico Baby can get out onto the map and farm. Looking at the wards right now from FNG, this is just the, oh my god, we're in full split push motion wards where you want to be able to see the moves coming way before they're actually gonna hit Nico Baby, so you can go for that full split push.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
The Alliance trying to find these bandages, trying to fix the problems that have happened that Liquid have just surrounded them with.
Dire's structures are fortified.
It's gonna be a very tall hill to climb.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, at what point for this anti-mage is Nico Baby going to be ready to sort of jump in when there is a full fight going on? I mean, but top lane, Tiger again, just finding these catches.
Every time.
He's catching them so much and just giving a huge amount to Koifa here. Godlike on the Brood, over to the pit they go. Liquid, this will be their Roshan without any interruptions.
Dire's bottom
It's one of the few games I've actually seen where a Dire lineup is able to take over the enemy Radiant Triangle at such ease throughout the entirety of the game. Like, all 20 minutes so far, Alliance has had no control of their triangle because of this Broodmother. The Broodmother factor actually working in the way that Liquid is just surrounded the area. Alliance is getting some decent pressure on bottom. The Roche, it's pretty much dead already, so Liquid will be able to respond.
Continuing to build up this incredible lead at 12k advantage. The AC pretty much complete for Koifa.
Soon to be time to end the game for Liquid, really. Just don't let Alliance do their split push. Just really run it down the lanes. When they have AC, I think that's go time. Lesh will be able to kill those towers super fast, and Lesh is already ready to... He already has his items that he needs for this game. Like, he already has the Bloodstone, he's got the Plate Mail, even got a Nether Shawl to protect him versus any of that extra magic damage. Yeah, I think they're gonna be able to just run it down the mid.
He steps forward. Look at the setup. He needs TP back up right now. The Koifa is in on top of him. Lip is cold.
Oh my god.
As he cannot afford to stand anywhere close to Liquid, as they'll immediately move upon him and take him down so quickly. There's not any chance for Alliance to react, and even if they are there in time, there's not really a whole lot they can do to keep this spider off the target.
This Rax is S4.
They just step over and take him down as well. It's getting messy.
It's getting real messy.
There's some incredible stuff there in game 2 from Liquid after what was a very tough game for them in game 1. And that game 1 we saw Alliance come in with a solid draft and a way of making sure that Liquid just didn't get to play their game. I mean, this game 2, Liquid, they haven't even let Alliance start to play the game. They've just run them over in a fashion quite like no other. This is not the style of Dota you'll see any other team come close to replicate.
No, I mean, having to relegate your Broodmother to the safe lane and switch lanes up like crazy after having an amazing first 3 minutes. Liquid just smashing this. Now, looks like the last fight for Alliance. They've got the Exorcism running.
Put the roar down onto Mickey. He's run straight back into this. Mickey will get taken out. Get the hold going. They've kept both Rex alive for now. Jump over towards Tiger. Koifa puts the BKB. He's ready to start going to work. He's over to Hansken. He's over to Lip. Takes down the DP. Who's going to be able to find access for the trees? Is he having around in time? He's not insane. He's got the burst. 3 dead. Yet again on Alliance as Liquid. They will clean up these bottom racks. They can do it pretty much through the backdoor protection here with this AC from Koifa, and the Spider's out.
And Alliance is very fortunate to even come out with 1 kill. because that Earthshaker, his shard, actually stopped the false promise animation. They would have saved the Leshrac, so it'll kill them. Bo3, it's not Nico Baby.
Nico Baby, get out of this. The stun with the silence is down. They're gonna have to follow a route, and they're gonna have the damage. Bo3 setting up and dealing with Nico Baby's attempts to just farm the opposite side of the map. Keep Liquid away from closing the game and trying to buy moments so he can at least get that Manta style done this game. He's still a few hundred gold away from it.
Taiga and Bo3 are just assassins this game, really. Poor Nico Babies had no chances. They're just on him every time, these two. Every time I feel like every time I do see them playing like their Spirit and Pop together, they have such good synergy of like how they can chain their silences and stuns. And yeah, this game has been a real display from the two of them. 4-1 and 19 on Taiga. Really feels like he's been the dictator of all of these kills. He's just, every time he shows up, they get the kill on whichever target he goes on.
Wish fulfilled.
God on Mickey now. I mean, sort of that,
Dire's
the AC,
has been
the
killed.
butterfly that's going to be coming out next.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Quite fat.
They're ready to end. They're very ready to end.
They can close this up. 22k lead. Something drastic's going to have to happen for Alliance to have a shot swinging this game around.
They're all so tanky. Like, even the supports on the side. Like Insandia now, he has Blink Dagger. He's sitting super far back so he doesn't get clipped by Fissure.
There we go. There we go, jumping onto Lip. Lip's able to get the BKB in the off, but Quaifer's in on top of him, Lip. Got to wait it out to the side. Quaifer committed with the BKB, turns towards S4. S4's able to get the roar out, but S4, he's caught by the stun of Mickey. He's out of the game. Hansket jumps in with the end. He's got the two of them. To then the fallen damage. Quaifer's getting low. They're able to take him down the one, but he has the ages. He's going to be back for round 2. The Dream calls down onto the two of them. They've trapped the anti-mage. They've trapped the Dead Prophet. As they're both bound down, GG is called. As Liquid, they take this game 2, and just what a game. I mean, we thought that game 1 was a beautiful piece of Dota 2 from Alliance. I mean, this game 2 from Liquid, it was something completely else, just another level. I mean, 34-8, 27 minutes in, 26k lead. Picking up that Brood as the last pick. I mean, the panel doubted, we doubted. I'm sure a lot of the fans doubted the draft, but they knew exactly what they were doing, Fogged here.